This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Netflix. Go to netflix.com/TYT for your free trial membership. John Galliano. He is a designer for Christian Dior, and he is now being questioned by police officials in Paris because of a video that was released online of him going on an anti-Semitic rant. So he was talking to a couple. He was insanely intoxicated, very drunk, and this is what he said. The couple asked him whether or not he's blonde with blue eyes, and he said, "No, but I love Hitler, and people like you would be dead today. Your mothers, your forefathers would be gassed and dead."
Look, the guy's like a living character from Bruno. First of all, the guy looks like Bruno. Second of all, he acts like Bruno. And a lot of these fashion guys, they're walking stereotypes. They're an absolute joke. You know, honestly, a lot of these guys, I know that the people in the fashion world call them brilliant and all that stuff. I don't think they got two brain cells they can rub together. They're just throwing shit against the wall. And in this case, he threw wildly anti-Semitic shit against the wall, and turns out he's like, oh, do people not consider me brilliant anymore?
No, okay, all right. I think you're coming out too strong. First of all, let me just say that he's terrible for saying these things about Jews. I think that it's despicable, it's terrible, and of course I disagree with it, right? But when people say that he's brilliant, they're obviously referring to his ability to design clothing for Christian Dior. His designs are beautiful. His clothing is beautiful. I agree that, you know, in that aspect, he's brilliant. But that doesn't mean that that stops him from being a terrible person in reality, in his personal life. This is horrible. Like, actually, this is the last thing I expected to come out of his mouth. And what always amazes me is how stupid people are at sabotaging their own careers by saying these stupid, hateful things. Why would you say these crazy things? Like, I feel like there's so many people out there who are successful, who have worked hard, who have done whatever they could to prosper in life, and then they screw it all up by saying these crazy anti-Semitic things that make zero sense. And they're under this crazy, like, Jewish conspiracy thing that honestly blows me away. I mean, Jake, yeah. I don't know where people get it from. I think maybe I don't know if I'm naive, I'm ignorant on this topic, but where does this whole Jewish conspiracy thing come from? Like, where did it originate? Why are so many people buying into it? I guess that's my thing. Like Rick Sanchez, now John Galliano, how many stories like this have we done?
Right. Well, look, there's a great irony that these are people who are enormously successful, probably making millions of dollars, and they think the Jews are keeping them down.
Right, exactly.
If they are, that's a terrible conspiracy. It totally didn't work, right? Now, where does it come from historically? It's because Christians and Muslims, to go all the way back, did not allow usury or the charging of interest rates, right? So they left the most lucrative profession known to man in the history of man to the Jews that lived among the Muslim populations and the Christian populations. Banking, finance. And so if you charge interest rates and you're the only one doing it and you've got a monopoly, you'll make a ton of money. Mm-hmm. So because of their discrimination against Jews, ironically, they made a lot of Jews richer. Not all Jews at all, but some Jews that were in that industry. So then they used that to hate Jews even more and say, oh, these Jews, they've got the banking and they've got this and they are secretly controlling the world with all their power and money. Well, you idiots, it happened because you discriminated against them in the first place.
Right. I love that discrimination backfired. That's hilarious. And I love that they go off and now they say that Jews are trying to take over the world. It's such a stupid theory and idea. It drives me nuts. It's laughable.
Right. And, but that's the thing about people who discriminate. They're stupid. Right. And so they wind up doing more damage to themselves than they do to others. Now that has persisted. So that idea has persisted throughout time, and it has reached people like this Dior clown, who's got a Hamid Karzai hat, by the way. That probably bothered me more than anything else. And he's an idiot. Get a load of Netflix. They deliver the movie to your house, no late charges, free shipping.
You can watch thousands of movies or TV shows straight on your PC or on your television through a gaming console.
Netflix.com/TYT. Free trial membership. You get Netflix all over you.